Hello, my name is Richie Uche. I'm a graphic designer, instructor, and a trainer. I'm here to take you on the basics of Corel and graphic design. Right, the software you're looking at right now is Corel. I am using Corel X7 for this training. Right now, the Corel X7 is already open in the system. I'm going to start by introducing you into the tools. And before I do that, Corel is where you can do your design perfectly. You can bring images, JPEGs, text, backgrounds, combine them together to get your graphic designs ready. And right now, at the Corel software here, you have the file. That is where you can open up a new file, new folder, a new document, open from template, open, and then a recent file that you just opened, you just worked on. You also have close, you close all, you have your save setting, you have the save template just like you have in every other software. You have wire image, you have where you can export to any format that you want to export to. That is just on the file 2. And then right here you have the edit where you can do your editing. Maybe you've done one or two things and you wish like editing it, you can also edit it right there. You have the view, you have the layout, you have the object, and then you have the effect. These are places where you can add the effect, you can create transformation, you can put a bitmap, and you have the text where you can insert your text and then also work on your text. Right here at the left angle of the screen, you have where the tools, these are where the tools are lined up, different tools that you can use. You have the pick tools here, and you have the transformation tools. You have the shape tools, as the shortcut is F10. You have the shape tools, you have the smooth, the smear, the twirl, the attract, the repel, the smudge, and the roughen. And then below it is the crop tools. You can use it to crop. You can also use it to cut. You also use it to remove some areas that you don't want in an image or in a JPEG on a vector. You also have the zoom tools. You also have the zoom tools right there. For instance, you click on the zoom tool, you can decide to zoom in your screen and then also zoom out your screens. And you can drop back the tools at the pointer where you picked it. You can also drop it there. This one here is the freehand tools. This is freehand tools. You can use it to draw lines, you can use it to draw curves, you can use it to strengthen the line and the rest of them. You will really appreciate that when we start the training proper. You also have the shape tools where you can insert your rectangle tool, you can insert your circle tool, you can insert your shape, the polygon tools. You can also type your text with the text tool, and the short form on your keyboard is F8 to add text to paragraph. And then the artistic text, you can click on this tool to make sure that is done. Now let's just start off something. On the text tool, you can actually click on the text. You see it highlights that you've picked a text tool. So what you need to do is just click on the page. You click on the page and you see the cursor blinking right there. You see it's blinking. What it means is that it's ready to type. So you can start typing, say text, start typing. See that it appears there, and it has 4 knobs, 4 corners and 4 buttons surrounding it. You have 4 corners and the 4 knobs surrounding it. This is the zoom tools. You can zoom out to really actually see what you're typing. It has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 knobs that you can use to either to transform your tools. You can actually use them to reset, drag the size of your tool, that you drag down or you drag it up to enlarge the size of the text that is on the text. Right now you're not going to really appreciate it until we begin to do a bit of graphic design. I'm going to delete. I have to select and then delete. Now before we go for that, I will have to add a shape, a rectangle tool to my page to enable me have a container where I will put all my works to happen, they enable me have a shape where I will do my design upon. But before I do that, I will have to determine if my page is going to be on portrait or landscape. If it's going to be on portrait, it's already on portrait. I also have the size of the page as A4. I also have A5, you have A3, you have A6. According to what you want to do, you also have business card and size according to what you want to do, the size that you want to use to do your graphic design. You can actually select the size. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, let me select A5 size. So A5, let me change it from portrait to landscape. You can see I can zoom in to see the shape, that the size very clearly. Right here I can also change the unit of measurement, either from millimeter, I can change it to inches, I can change it to picas or points, and also change it to pixels, can also change it to d-dots or feet. We also have different measurement according to the one you understand best. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use inches. So I've changed it to inches. So I'm going to first of all click on my shape and then drag to fit on the page. And there are two ways to do this. You click and drag to fit on the page, or you just go straight and double click on the rectangle tools and it automatically fit into the page without you dragging. So with this now, I have a container that I can fill with colors. I can fill it with colors. So it has changed to red. I can also fill it with blue. Meanwhile, before we forget, this is the tool at the right hand side of the screen is what is called the color palette. The color palette. This is where you can choose your colors. You can choose your colors to add to your graphics, to add to your images. This way you can choose your color. So now you've chosen a color, and this is let's say this is red. See, it's coloring red. And if you look very closely on this shape, you discover that it has an outline, a dark outline. I can decide to remove the outline. How do I remove the outline? Is by looking at the color docket. There is a box there marked X, so I can right click on it to remove the border. As you can see, the border, the outline is gone. It's gone. To add it back, I can right click on the black and it comes up again. Are you there with me? It comes up again. So that is how to remove the outline of the shape in your working environment. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to our graphics. Let me pick my zoom tools. Decide to zoom. Now I'm going to be working in this session. I'm going to teach you how to work with backgrounds. Now I have a lot of backgrounds on my desktop. I have a lot of backgrounds that I use. I go to my desktop. I have a lot of backgrounds I use for my works. I have so many of them. I save them in folders. So I have. Let me open up to this. This is opening. Now I have some of these backgrounds. As you can see, I have pictures. So I have images depending on what I want to use. So I can quickly go to this folder and get my background into the Corel Draw. Two ways to do that. Either I right click on the background here and then move straight to the Corel Draw and drop it there. Move straight to the Corel Draw and leave it there. Or I'll go to import. Use my import command. Click on imports and it takes you to where your background is. So I can locate my folder, my background folder, Locate my background folder. Okay, Pro folder. Click on it, and then I'll go search for the background I need to use. Search for the background I need to use. Okay, I got this background, Blue New Night. I click import, and then you see I'm holding it in my mouse. It's not dropped yet. I'm holding it. I'm still holding it. So all I need is to click and drag. Click, drag. So having click and drag, I'll make sure I hit the P button to make sure it aligned to page, it's centralized at the page. I can at the same time drag it to fit into the page, and I'm dragging to fit all the sizes into the page. How to do that is you hold down your shift key. Your second function key, and then you keep dragging. It fits in both sizes into the page. You can do same on this angle. See, it fits in to the page. To be sure, you also hit your P button to make sure it fits in to the page. All right, I'm gonna now add text to this background that I've created, saying Richie success tutorial. All right, I've succeeded in typing a text, so I can now use my text box to determine if the text is going to go on caps or lower caps. So all I have to do is to go to text and then case, and then change it to uppercase. Change it to uppercase, and then because it's a dark background, I will have to make this text visible by changing the color of the text. So let's say I change the color of the text to this color, choose this color, and then also on this on X7 you have a provision for font list. You can actually change this font from what it is to something else. You have font list. They can be downloaded from the internet and then installed. And most of them come with the operating system, but they can also be downloaded from the internet and installed on the system. So I click, and then you see a drop down of different fonts. So I'll have to choose this. I have to choose Helton Squealer. That's the name of the font, Helton Squealer. So I have to drag this to putting up the name of the Richie Success Tutorial. All right, the second step.